Welcome to the Shooting Show. This week we bring you a foxing masterclass from Mark Ripley.
So I'm quite often asked to deal with foxes in urban environments, and the job that I've got on at the moment is practically a stone's throw from my house. It's in my backyard. In fact, it's literally in my backyard. So the issue I've got is we've got one or more foxes coming into the garden, which are coming in over the fences here. They come straight over that fence, no problem at all. They come into the garden, they crap in the garden, and we've got young children and that, and foxes, as everyone knows, spreads diseases, carries diseases in their faeces and that. So the last thing we want is that all around the garden. Not only that, we've got a couple of small dogs. The dogs come out into the garden, they roll in it, and then they bring that back into the house, which isn't nice. We've also had some shoes and that taken from the back door. The foxes have taken them up the garden, they buried them in the bonfire ash, and then they've crapped on those. So all in all, they've been causing a bit of a pain. So my plan is to try and take one or two of these foxes out and hopefully sort of curb this problem. Now, initially I was thinking I'll put a cage trap out, but the problem with that is the next door neighbour's got a cat, and putting out a cage trap, I'm going to be forever catching that cat in it. So I've opted to go for shooting them with a 2.2 rimfire. Now, using a 2.2 rimfire in an urban environment, first of all, if it's something that you're going to do, the most important thing to think about is obviously safety and backstop. So to improve the issue of safety, I'm going to be shooting from an upstairs window to create an angle to shoot down into the ground. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a safe backstop. So this is where the foxes come into the garden. They come over this fence where the holly trees end. And there's a bit of a gap for them to get through, and they come over the fence there and into the garden. You can see some marks now on the fence here where the foxes' claws have scratched the fence as they've gone up and over. Behind the gardens here is all open farmland, so there's a couple of houses just directly behind me, but beyond that it's just open farmland, which is obviously where the foxes are coming in from. I've got this tree in the garden here, so I'm going to use this as the basis for my backstop. What I very often do on fox jobs is to fill up a couple of rubble sacks full of sand and use that to absorb the shot. Okay, so that's my backstop sorted. I've got 2 bags full of sand there, which is going to be dense enough to stop any shot. Just as an extra belt and braces safety measure, it's up against the trunk of that tree as well, so there's no way that shot's going to go any further than that bag of sand. What I've done is I've left half a bag of sand at the front there, so I can put some dog biscuits on there just to act as a bit of bait. Now, what I'll do is I'll leave this set up as it is without any bait on it for a couple of days, just for the foxes in the garden to get used to it. And then I'll put a few dog biscuits on there just each evening after dark, so that it's not taken by any magpies, crows and stuff like that. They're going to come down and pick it up, and I'll just do that 2 or 3 days before I actually want to shoot, because I don't want to draw any more foxes into the area than what I've already got. Got a health and safety inspector here, just turned up to check out the safety of the backstop. He seems pretty satisfied. One thing you do need to bear in mind is if you're shooting foxes in an urban environment, you have to make sure that you're not going to be breaking any conditions on your firearm certificate. So in other words, you need to have what's known as an open ticket. So I've been baiting the garden up for about 3 or 4 nights now, and foxes are coming in pretty regularly between around about 11, 12 o'clock at night, and again about 2 in the morning. So I'm getting at least 1, maybe 2 regular visitors coming into the garden. What I've been doing is I've been putting a couple of trail cameras out. I've got just a cheap one here off of eBay, which I've been putting out just to record a little bit of footage, and I've also got another one here, which has been very good actually. It's a spy point camera from Scott Country, and basically what this one does is it takes photographs, but it will send those photographs straight to my mobile phone. So I'll get a little ping on my phone, and I'll bring up the spy point app, and it will show me the pictures that it's just taken with, and it sends those through normally within about 30 seconds to a minute after it's taken them. And you can set it up various different settings for time lapse and things like that, as in how often it takes pictures. I think I've got it set to trigger about every minute at the moment, and I've got plenty of pictures on the app there of foxes coming into the bait. So I'm going to be using a 2.2 rimfire this evening. I don't want to be making any noise, so I'll be using subsonic ammunition. I don't want to disturb the neighbours or anything like that. This is just a CZ 452 American 2.2 rimfire. I've got on the front here a F455 Pulsar F455, which is a night vision add-on which goes on the front of the scope, as you can see, and that gives good performance, probably out to a good couple of 100 yards. But even just using the inbuilt IR, that's going to be plenty for this evening. Distance is probably only going to be about 30 yards, so it'll be ideal. So I'm using Winchester subsonic ammunition. I find that in the CZ this ammunition shoots very well. Never had any problems with it. It's always gone off when it's supposed to. So I've stuck with it. And as I say, it produces good accuracy in the 2.2 as well. In both the CZs that I've had in the past, it's always shot well. So hopefully one of these little beauties will be taking care of a fox for us. Okay, so I've got the F455 mounted on this sight mark day scope. Now, because the 455 is front mounted in front of the crosshairs of the scope, if I record any footage through this, then you won't see the crosshairs on it. So what I've done is I've mounted a G-line scope cam adapter on the back here, which is just a mount to hold my iPhone. And what I should be able to do now with this setup is record exactly what I'll be seeing through the scope with the crosshairs, and hopefully if we do get a visitor tonight, then we should get some good footage. So I'm going to be using my daughter's bedroom tonight as a little sniper's nest. Typical teenager's bedroom. I mean, what even is that? I should be having words with her when she gets home from her boyfriend's. Nothing showing as yet, but still a little bit early, so we'll persevere. There we go. Right, we've got one coming in now. He keeps taking bits of bait away from the bait side and eating them away further up the garden. I need him over that sand to be able to get a shot. I just can't risk taking a shot unless he's in front of that sandbag. I had a fox in the garden there, and the little bugger kept taking the food off of the bag. There's only little bits of food, but he was taking little bits of food and he was walking away up the garden to eat it, come back, get another bit, going away up the garden again. And he just wasn't in front of that bag long enough for me to get a shot. I'm just going to keep waiting and hopefully he'll come back. Well, it's gone midnight now, and to be honest, I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm going to call it a night tonight, and perhaps have another go tomorrow night. So it's 1-0 to the Fox. Okay, so the bait's out again, and I'm a little bit later this evening. Just gone, it's about 10 o'clock now, and a little bit fresher than I was yesterday, so I'm going to give it a bit of a longer night tonight, I think, see what happens. The fox obviously came in last night because all the bait was gone this morning. So, fingers crossed if I'm patient, I might get a chance tomorrow. It's a bit fresher tonight, it's cold with this window open. Here we go, just come over the fence. There you go, the bait. Job done. Straight to the back of the head. It didn't, it just dropped. Let's go down and have a look. Well, there we go. Good result. It's a nice sized dog fox, that. That's one less. Well, that was worth the wait. It was good to get that big dog fox. I'm really pleased with that. Hopefully that will help curb some of the problems in the garden. But what I should do is I should leave the cameras running for another couple of nights and see if anything else comes in. If it does, then I should be sitting out again.
Mark there showing us what he does best. And now it's the Shooting Show News.
This is the Shooting Show News. Political parties have been duped by animal rights activists into thinking fox hunting is a major issue. That's what the Countryside Alliance's Tim Bonner has said after new polling revealed that healthcare and housing are the #1 priorities for rural voters. Just 1 in 20 respondents said hunting was a key issue for them. Despite this, Labour has made it a top priority to strengthen the hunting ban, while the Conservatives no longer see overturning the ban as important. Tim Bonner said this was a sign of skewed priorities. A new study has found that fox shooting can achieve a reduction in fox density when ground nesting birds are most vulnerable. It might seem obvious, but Tom Porteous of the GWCT, who ran the study, said the outcome was not a foregone conclusion. He found that immigration among foxes does mean that numbers regrow at sites where culling has taken place, but a sustained effort can get fox density down to 47% or lower of what it would otherwise be. Shooters can demonstrate the benefits of game meat by supporting the Country Food Trust this winter. The Country Food Trust is a charity that provides meals containing pheasant to the homeless and needy, using up surplus shot birds and helping people in poverty at the same time. They have appealed for donations so they can raise £100,000 to feed people this winter. To donate, head to the address on screen now. And finally, with voting open for the Great British Shooting Awards 2020, we take a look at one of the categories you can have your say in. This week it's the Shotgun of the Year award, and the nominees are BERETTA 486 PARALLELO, Blaser F16 Sporter, Browning 725 PROSPORT, Bresini Grand Regal, William Powell Prestige. You can have your say in who wins. Head to greatbritishshootingawards.com to vote. That was the Shooting Show News.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.